Hey guys, Don here. Welcome to Podiatry Practice Mastery. I want to do a little kind of off the podiatry track type of podcast today. It's something I was talking to someone recently, and they recommended I share this with others. What I'm going to talk today about are my habits for keeping peace of mind. And I know this sometimes can be a struggle when we're pulled from a lot of different ways. So we have like 2 offices, another 3 doctors with me, and I have 2 kids that are young. They're 8 and 10 when I'm recording this now. And I'm going to give you some of my habits so I can kind of keep grounded and keep kind of some peace of mind. Okay, so let me share some of these things. Hopefully they'll be helpful to you. So this is kind of what I do. So in different categories. So the first one would be in terms of technology. I find with technology, what I find is I try not to use anything throughout the day, and I try to focus everything just on my noontime break. That's when I look at my emails, all my WhatsApp. I don't use Facebook or any of these other things, Instagram, but I only look at things at noontime. That's something that really helps me in terms of like peace of mind with me, okay? In terms of making appointments, I use like Calendly to make appointments, so I don't have to go back and forth with other people. And I have very limited times that I meet with people. It's only my 30 minutes during my lunch hour that I'm available to meet with people. So that kind of gives me more peace of mind of how to do that. My time, something that's really worked for me is I learned this in Strategic Coach. It's called setting up your days with free, focus, and buffer days. So a free day is a 24-hour period where you don't do any business. So that tends to be my weekends, where I don't think about business. If someone brings up the idea of business, I don't do it. I just need to disconnect. I don't check emails. I don't do anything like that with business. Occasionally I'm on call, but our call is very light here. And it really gives me time to rejuvenate. And I used to always think that I should be doing business all the time, but now I really think that this disconnect is really important. Focus time is the time that I'm kind of producing revenue in the office. That's when I'm seeing patients. And that's what I do most days. So I see, 20 to 24 patients a day. And with that, I'm able to get to that $1 million mark, which gives me peace of mind because of the revenue. And then buffer time is time where I use to do kind of to make better work and to make better free days. So those are days I'm like planning. I'm working on different types of ideas. So I think it's real important to disconnect and really just being vigilant about our email. So I don't have any, also in terms of technology, I don't have any reminders on my phone, nothing with notifications, nothing like life goes on, and I turn off all the notifications everywhere in anything that I do. You're going to laugh, but I have some things that I do that are kind of therapeutic for me. So around the house, what I do is I do dishes every night after we eat. So it's kind of a therapeutic time for me to kind of clean, put closure, finish a task. There's a good book called The Life-Changing Art of Tidying Up, but I think that's almost therapeutic for me. And so I try to do these like habit stacks for me that help me. Okay. I have kind of morning and evening routines. My morning routine is usually reading the Bible. I read the Bible once a year. I also read about 5 pages in a good book. I go through a number of books, but I've done like The Power of Positive Thinking, Think and Grow Rich, a lot of good books. So I do that. In the morning, I usually make a coffee. And then while the coffee is being made, I do some foam rolling. You're going to laugh, but my other habit stack is I do as many pull-ups as I can. I have a pull-up bar right between the kitchen and our dining room. So I do pull-ups. So I do that kind of in the morning. And then when I go to work, I'm always listening to a book on Audible. I'm always listening to either a book, usually it's on business. And then on the weekends, though I don't listen to any business books, I have some non-business books that I usually listen to. They're usually about nutrition or other types of things about that. So I'm listening to a business book or a podcast. My favorite podcast is Magnetic Marketing by Dan Kennedy. That's kind of what I like to listen to. My evening routine, as well as just like putting the kids to bed at night. And I also have something called the Gratitude Journal. It's on my phone. And so it asks me every morning kind of what are the things I'm grateful for, and at the end of the day, what are the things I'm grateful for as well. That's really kind of keeps me more at peace. In terms of finances, my best thing that's really helped me is having a reserve fund of $100,000 in a high interest bearing Amex account. Like I used to be kind of stressed about money and things like that, but I find having about 6 months worth of our expenses is really a good thing for me, because I just have peace of mind. Whatever's going to happen, I have enough to cover that. I know I could probably earn more putting it somewhere else, but it gives me peace of mind to have that in there. And then another thing that's really helped me is that when I always, these obvious financial things, I pay about $500 more for my loan on my house. Whenever I have a bonus, so we have a bonus every 6 months, so it's like 20,000 or 40 or whatever it is. And I put that towards my loans. So either right now it's my student loan. I still have, I think, about 50,000 to pay off of that. And then I'm kind of paying that down. And then after that, I'll pay something else down. I kind of like the idea of having that paid down unless I have something else to invest it in. I also do a 401k for myself and also for my wife. It kind of helps with the practice. So, and then I do my kids' investing thing as well. So those are things like financial things that really help me keep more kind of at peace of mind. And then finally, I'm a big delegator. I like to delegate and pay people to do things. So around my house, I kind of like the idea of a quarter. What that means is if you take your hourly rate, so let's say I produce $300,000, so the hourly rate is $150. So if you look at a quarter of that, which would be $60, okay, so I'm sorry, like 30, like, yeah, so it's about $60. So what can I do, okay, for actually a little bit less than that. It's 30, 40, 15, 30. Yeah, it's like 60. Anyway, I'm not working my math out, but I look at a certain number, okay, of what I would feel comfortable paying people to do. It is 60. So if it's $150 an hour, it's $60. Well, what is that number? Like I think of like $40 to $60, what I can pay people to do. So I have people to do a lot of things for me. I have someone that cleans my pool. I have someone that cleans my jacuzzi. I have someone that does my landscaping. I have someone that schedules my trips, like a trip advisor. I have someone that's virtual assistants that help me with Podiatry Practice Mastery. I have people that help me with this virtual assistant has other virtual assistants. So then they do my YouTube shorts. They do all these other things. So I just record them and they do everything else. I have someone that kind of controls our website. So I'm always paying people to do things so I can get my time back. Okay. So I think these are important things. I think in the beginning, we kind of think we should do everything and have to do everything, but I have like handyman that come to my house to do things. So that really has given me a lot of peace of mind. So I don't have to always be constantly inundated about those types of things. It's something that in theory, it's sometimes hard to find the right person. So for example, finding a good travel agent was hard. It took me a few people. Finding a good scribe, it took me a few people, but it really has made my life like 100 times better. Of having that person. So those are just some ideas I thought you would like that would kind of give you more peace of mind. I'd like to know what's working for you. If you could just email me, Don at Podiatry Practice Mastery. Let me know kind of what works for your peace of mind or any other things that I kind of missed here. Thanks.